We, the magistrate.
We are the magistrates and weigh all the evidence in the case and decide whether the defense is guilty or not guilty. It is for the prosecution to prove their case be and reasonable doubt of the otherwise we will dismiss it. Traditionally, there are three magistrates. I am the chair and will decide the case with my two colleagues. If my two colleagues can't agree, I will have the decisive vote. Occasionally, we may have to sit as pair and then decide the case between us. Also, we will have some training. We are not legal profession and we are not paid.
Magistrates hear all summary offences within their jurisdiction. We can also hear tribal Asia way offences that the defendant has agreed that this can be case. If we believe that a trial is too serious, we can refer the case up to the Crown Court.
I am the legal advisor to the justices. Also, you may still hear me referred to as the clerk of the court or the magistrate's clerk, and I am legally trained. My job is to ensure that everything runs properly and all the proper procedures are followed. I'll ask a defendant to enter a play and I will ask witnesses to identify themselves. I will advise the magistrates on legal matters, and I will ensure that only admissible evidence is put before the court. If a defendant is unrepresented, will advise them to ensure they get a fair trial.
I'm the Yasha, and I ensure that all witnesses have answered the summons. I'll fetch witnesses in when they are called and administer the oath or information. When the witness is given evidence, I'll pass exhibit around the court. I can even fetch a glass of water for someone if they are thirsty. You hear me say all rise.
I'm the prosecuting solicitor and I present the prosecution case. There are three things what I must prove to the satisfaction of the court. Firstly, what an offense has been committed. Secondly, what the defendant has committed the offense. And lastly, what all the evidence has been gathering accordance with the correct evidence gathering procedures. If I fail to do any of those things, then the defendant is entitled to an acquittal. I will ask questions of prosecution witnesses to enable them to give evidence. I cannot ask leading questions of suggest answer. Obviously, I can only present evidence what has been gathering fairly. If there is a case to answer and the defense call witnesses, then I can cross-examine three witnesses.
I am the defense solicitor and it is my role to protect the interest of my client. I am telling evidence that has not been gathered fairly in accordance with the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984 and have that evidence included it is required. If you have been fair, close, exercising your power correctly and can account adequately for all your action, then there should be little for me to challenge. Remember, it is not for the defense to win the case, but for the prosecution to lose it.